Now from high diving to deep sea diving.
Before the days of scuba diving, divers would go down in those old suits with those brass helmets, just like this, right?
Sure.
They would pressurize their suit using a compressor on a boat at the surface.
To counteract the external water pressure.
Exactly.
Well, that sounds like an accident waiting to happen.
And that's what this myth is about. If that compressor were to stop or the air hose would get cut, that diver would come to a grisly end.
Yeah, without the high pressure air helping to keep the suit inflated, it would simply crush under the weight of all the water.
That's right, and the pressure would change so suddenly, it would be so dramatic that it would literally squish the diver into the helmet.
Sick. I love it.
Yep, according to this macabre maritime myth, early deep-sea diving suits had a flaw, whereby a failure in the air supply could cause a drastic depressurization. But could the pressure differential really put the squeeze on an entire human body? Or is this a load of pulp fiction?
So how do we test this?
Well, ultimately, I think we need to build one of these suits, put a human analog in it, drop it to the bottom of the ocean, cut the line, and see what happens.
See if we get instant sausages.
Or whatever.
Okay, before we do all that, I think we need to do two things. We need to go talk to an expert, and we need to do a few proof of concept tests.
And at San Francisco Maritime National Historical Park, ex-Navy diver Mike Ward is just the expert Kari needs.
What do you think? Have you heard this?
Oh, yeah. It's been talked about for many years. Whether or not the whole body would go up there, I don't think so, but I think it'd be pretty dramatic.
So what kind of diving were these suits used for?
They were used for salvage diving, mariculture diving, sea harvesting, construction. They were used for virtually every kind of diving. This was the very first real type of commercial diving suit.
How deep do they go?
Down to 300 feet on average.
300 feet is quite a depth, but as Mike explains how the suit works, there's one feature that's troubling Kari: the non-return valve.
The valve only allows air to come in one direction. In the event that the hose gets cut, the pressure differential automatically forces the valve shut. It doesn't allow anything to go up the umbilical.
You need a dive suit without a non-return valve for this myth to be possible.
I would test it as though the non-return valve wasn't working right. A lot of times divers wouldn't do the maintenance. The valve would get stuck and that would cause the failure.
So according to our dive master, the particulars of this myth are positively plausible. Which means it's time to get down to business.
As always on MythBusters, we're gonna start out in the small scale. Basically, I'm gonna make a tiny little diver that we can do some experiments on and find out what kind of effect suction really is going to have and let us design our big experiment.
And as Kari's voodoo diver takes shape, it's clear who the sacrificial mini-me will be.
The diver is becoming Little Grant.
God. Look, is that Brad Pitt? That's great.
It's so beautiful. I love it.
Kari's sculpture turned out great and it looks just like Grant. But in order to test this small scale, I need to turn this clay figure into a ballistics gel figure wearing a watertight diving suit. Now, the way I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna make a plaster mold of the sculpture. Hey, look at that. It's like Han Solo, frozen in carbonite. That way I'll have two halves of a mold that I can paint in latex and cloth. So that way it'll be both watertight and it'll be durable. Once the latex is dry, I'll put the two halves together and then I'll fill the whole thing up with ballistics gel. Once the ballistic gel sets, I'll be able to open up the mold and what I'll be left with is a mini Grant diver made out of ballistics gel in a watertight diving suit. Look at that. Look, his little suit's there.
It's loose on his body, that's perfect, it'll fill right up there.
All right, now let's see if we can get him out without ripping his head off.
And thanks to Tori's ingenuity, mini diver Imahara emerges perfectly formed inside a watertight diving suit.
It's a little diving Grant.
So creepy, look at the skull.
So this is gonna be perfect. I gotta do a little bit of repair work on the seams, but we're good to go.
It's gonna work. All he needs is a helmet.
Which is exactly what his life-size namesake is working on.
Now this is an old-timey dive helmet similar to the one they describe in the myth, and I'm going to be simulating it using this clear acrylic. Now I've chosen this so that if we do in fact see a squeeze, like in the myth, that goes up into the helmet, we'll have a full 360 view so that we won't miss anything.
And the finishing touch? A gauge to keep an eye on the pressure inside the suit. Once they throw him in at the deep end. In this ye olde diving disaster myth, an air supply failure puts the squeeze on an entire diver. So could a mistake up top mean death down below? To find out, the team has found the perfect location. With an added bonus.
That is so cool.
And after their brush with the life aquatic, it's down to business.
We're at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom in Vallejo, where they have a diving tank that's deeper than any pool we can find. So we figured this is the best place for us to do all of our small-scale testing.
We survived the trip.
Oh, cool, you painted him red.
Yeah, that way if something does happen, we'll be able to see if his body does get sucked up into the helmet.
And it's a little more gory.
A little bit.
First things first, they check the rig for leaks.
His first dive.
See a few bubbles. Where are those coming from?
Leak under his armpit.
After a quick patch, mini diver Grant is watertight, so Tory follows suit.
All right, time to go diving.
To test this myth, Tori's going to take our diver down to the bottom of the pool. Grant and I are going to be at the top monitoring, shut down the compressor, see what happens.
Well, what should happen is a drastic pressure differential. As the diver descends, the compressed air counteracts the pressure of the water outside. However, when the air supply is cut, the balance is lost and the force of the water pushes in on the soft suit. But at only 15 feet under, will the water pressure be enough to squish the tiny diver into his helmet? The team is skeptical.
My feeling is, since the gelatin is the same density as water, since it's basically made up of water, I don't think we're gonna see much happen.
Even though the gelatin is much softer than the human body, I still have a really hard time believing that we're gonna get the kind of pressure it's gonna take to push the body up into the helmet. But that's why we do small-scale testing.
So to put the theory to the test,
Okay, pressurizing the suit.
Tory takes the diver to the deep end, and Kari and Grant pull the proverbial plug.
Okay, compressor failure in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so the pressure on my side has gone to 0 immediately.
Air pressure is quickly squeezing the suit against the gelatin.
That's good, we know.
Now it's actually squishing body into the helmet.
You're kidding me, this is working?
It's squishing up all around his neck.
I can't believe this is working. His body is squishing into the helmet, I can see it.
Even at a depth of only 15 feet, the pressure differential squeezes mini diver Imahara like a tube of toothpaste.
Totally worked. It smashed the body into the helmet.
Oh my God.
Awesome.
Look at his freaking ribcage.
And that incredible result has the team eating their words.
It worked. It actually worked. The water pressure was enough to compress the suit and squish the body into the helmet. Nobody expected that, but I love it when we're wrong.
Do you know what this is? It's a dive helmet full of gelatin body. And do you know what it means? It means that was a great result. We turned off the compressor and the whole body went right into the helmet exactly as the myth predicted.
I think we have a perfect proof of concept here. We could totally move on to the large scale.
I think you're right.
I'm calling it coolest small scale ever.
Totally.
Kari, Tory, and Grant have put the squeeze on their ballistics gel diver.
We squished his stomach, and now it's stuck inside of his helmet.
But that was just the beginning.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I've always wanted to kiss a dolphin.
No, not that, the experiment.
Yeah, that was awesome. The second we turned off the compressor, the guy really did get squished.
Yeah, but you know, there is a big difference between human flesh and that gelatin. I mean, would that have really happened if we had a more flesh-like material?
Well, there's only one way to find out. We go full scale. Who's in?
I'm in.
Actually, no. As you can see, I'm about to bring a mini Mythbuster into this world any moment now. So, I've got a replacement for you, and she's going to be great. But I'll see you guys in a few episodes.
Bye, Kari.
Bye, Kari. Good luck.
Hi, guys.
Whoa. What are you, a ninja?
Kinda. I'm Jessie.
Hi, Jessie.
Well, welcome aboard. I hope you don't get seasick.
Nah, I'm good. So what's the plan for the squeeze?
Well, we're gonna go full scale. And for that, we need a genuine Mark V dive suit. We're gonna take it all the way down to 300 feet.
Yeah, and considering no one wants to volunteer for this one, we're gonna make a human analog out of pork.
Sick.
Did Kari warn you about some of the weird things we do on this show?
Yeah, maybe not this weird, but I'm in.
Cool.
Speaking of weird,
Now, in order to go full scale on this one, we're gonna need something more human-like. So I give you... Meat Man. Things are gonna get creepy around here.
actually, it's going to get creepy in a freezer truck.
So what I have here is a bunch of pork, which I've had the butchers keep the skin on. This is the meat that I'm gonna wrap around the plastic skeleton in order to make my meat man. Now, we've done some pretty gross things on the show. We've shot chickens out of chicken cannons, we've used a pig spine for a human spine and ceiling fan of death, and we even used a pig's stomach when we were testing Diet Coke and Mentos to see whether or not it would explode. But I have a feeling this is probably gonna be the grossest thing I've ever made.
This is gonna be so cool.
All right, this part might be a little gross.
But luckily for our squeamish viewers, that ain't the only way they're making this test more authentic.
This is an honest-to-goodness commercial dive helmet, just like the one in the myth. I'm gonna clean up the viewport so we can see inside, change out the valves, and we should be good to go. A little help?
Modifications complete, Grant puts the entire ensemble together for a dry run. And to control the flow of air, he's whipped up this.
The idea with the manifold is that we are simulating cutting the line without actually physically cutting the line. The air from the compressor comes in through here, goes out to the suit here. When I want to simulate the cut, blow open the dump valve and everything goes whoosh. Yeah, that's good. So I'm gonna cut off the main air supply and put on my ear protection. Okay, everybody ready? Here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
Barely a breeze, but that's exactly what's supposed to happen, right, Grant?
1 second. Well, it is venting, which is good news. I think the thing is, there wasn't much pressure in there to begin with, only maybe 5 psi, and the pressure on the outside is 0. It's just regular atmospheric pressure. So, when we get down to 300 feet, there'll be a tremendous amount of pressure on the outside pushing in to exhaust us. Hopefully that will generate the squeeze that we're looking for.
Absolutely, because although there's no pressure acting on the suit topside, at 300 feet below the surface, there'll be 135 pounds of water pressure per every square inch. That's the theory, but how are they going to film the experiment 300 feet under?
All right, now Light in Motion has hooked us up with these state-of-the-art underwater camera housings so we can capture all of the action. Now it's my job to make sure that all of them are mounted safely and securely, which is gonna require a little bit of welding and some modifications.
As well as the cameras, the cage will secure the diver for his descent into the deep.
Bad piece of cross member.
And while Jesse welds, Tory has spent far too much time alone in the ice truck.
It's alive! Meat Man is almost done. Okay, I know what you're saying. He's looking a little freaky. And there's probably a bunch of you out there saying, why in the heck are you doing this? Why are you sewing a bunch of meat together on a skeleton? Are you trying to freak us out? Well, no, what I'm trying to do is make a human analog. With this, I have actual muscle tissue, I have fat, I have skin. I mean, this is as close to using a human being without actually using a human being. So, if I'm freaking a few of you out, I'm sorry. Science isn't always pretty.
not pretty, but Meat Man will be the best possible human analog for the test.
I present to you my creation, Meat Man. Ooh, almost threw up. That's gross.
And while he stays on ice, a similar-sized stand-in
Okay in there?
steps up to test Jesse's cage rig.
Yeah, like a cage dancer, yeah.
Dancing aside, if the cage can support Grant's weight,
Lift your legs. All right, let's get the bats, man. We got a Imahara pinata. I think that's great.
there'll be no escape at 300 feet for Meat Man.
Should we go lunch?
Yeah. Good job.
Okay, get me out of here.
Thanks for your help.
Oh, totally not cool. So not cool. So not cool.
In the days before scuba, if you wanted to descend into the deep, suits like these were your only option. But according to this myth, they came with a deadly drawback. So to put the squeeze on this deep sea saga,
all right, let's get some meat on these bones.
Tory, Grant, and Jesse are turning up the pressure.
All right, camera mounts, check. Diving helmet mounts, check.
300-foot umbilical, check. Dive suit, check. Helmet, check.
And finally, Meat Man is done. Now it's time to take all these things out to the ocean, take them down 300 feet, and find out whether or not Meat Man will get the squeeze.
So to do that, it's off to Santa Cruz Harbor, where the experts from North Coast Divers will take them out to sea.
So, are we good to go?
We are. Conditions are perfect.
But before they test the waters, the Wizard of Odd has to give Meat Man a heart.
Now, since the chest is the only thing that is compressible on a human being, especially in this experiment, it's important that we have something inside the chest cavity. Right now, it's hollow. So what we need to do is fill them up with some kind of organs, guts, blood, so that way, if we do get that squeeze, we'll be able to see it come shooting into the helmet. That is ripe. So I have some hearts, I got some livers, I have some fake blood. I'm gonna fill up this chest, sew them back up, and then we can get them into the suit. I have no idea what that is, but it's going in.
With a complete set of organs, he's now the closest thing to a human possible.
All we need now is a lightning bolt, and he's gonna have a new best friend, Dr. Frankenstein.
It's Porkenstein.
Monster or not, they couldn't test this myth without him.
I think we might have found our new buster.
Meat Man really puts the meat in team.
How many MythBusters does it take to get Meat Man in a diving suit?
Finally, it's out to the open ocean with Meat Man safe inside his suit, at least for now.
I hope the second we put Meat Man in the water, that the sharks around here don't smell him and come running. If that's the case, Meat Man could turn into Chum Man.
If you see any sharks, play dead.
And once they're in deep enough water...
Hey Jim, how we doing? Are we almost there?
We're in 300 feet of water right now. We've got lots of deep water behind us. When we drift that way, we're ready to go.
Preparation for launch begins.
Yeah.
Beauty.
Now, it's not as simple as just hanging Meat Man over the side of the boat and letting him drop to 300 feet. As he makes his descent, the pressure pushing in on the suit goes up by 0.445 psi every foot. So in order to compensate for that, I'm gonna have to add air in through this hose and push back out. Now, I've calibrated this gauge to the approximate psi that I need versus the depth.
Okay, so we're not relying completely on Grant's math. We have a live video feed from an ROV that's going to be traveling around the cage, and we also have a live link from a camera that's already mounted on the cage as well. So if the suit inflates too much or too little, we should be able to see everything very easily from sitting right here.
Indeed, with only one shot at this myth, the MythBusters aren't taking any chances.
Okay, watch those cables over there.
Hold it. Drop it.
All right,
Okay.
let's drop it.
Okay.
And Meat Man is in the water.
Bye-bye, Meat Man. Say hello to Davy Jones.
The
let's go maybe 30 feet at a time just to see what happens.
With cameras rolling, the diver is painstakingly lowered into the drink to meet his deep sea fate.
What's your depth, Jesse?
31 feet.
Copy that.
But as they monitor his slow descent, the team is skeptical of a full body squeeze.
I honestly think that there's gonna be some juices flowing, but I don't think it's gonna suck the skin off his bones.
I don't think it's gonna happen immediately. I think it's gonna be fairly slow because there's 300 feet of line that the air has to exhaust through. I don't think the whole body's gonna come up. I mean, there's a lot of meat down there. I don't think all of that's gonna come in the helmet.
If my calculations are correct, we're almost a third of the way down.
Looks like we are right on 200 feet.
2/3 of the way down, and everything is going according to plan.
How's he holding up?
Yes, looks good so far.
235 feet, and it's getting really dark. Thank God we got all those lights all over the place.
Okay, that's 300 feet. Okay, stop the cage.
At that depth, there's 135 pounds of water pressure pressing on every square inch of the diving suit. The only thing keeping the water at bay is the compressed air. So will cutting the air supply lead to a spectacular squeeze? There's only one way to find out.
All right, you guys, how's the suit holding?
It's looking great, and we are at 300 feet.
Yes. All right, let's do it. Ready?
You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
5 miles off the coast of California, a very strange occurrence is going down.
We are about to find out whether or not this deep sea diving myth is true or not. Ever since I heard this story, I was like, how crazy is this? That this deep sea diver is down 300 feet. He loses the pressure in his suit, and he actually gets squeezed and sucked up into his helmet.
The MythBusters have lowered their diver into the murky deep,
200 feet.
making sure that the air pressure inside the suit is equal to the water pressure surrounding it.
All right, we are exactly 50 feet away from our final destination.
But that's all about to change.
Okay, that's 300 feet. Okay, stop the cage.
We have Meatman safely at 300 feet. The suit is holding. Now, we are about to cut his line to see whether or not he gets the squeeze.
All right, you guys ready to cut the line and see what happens?
Yeah.
Ready in 3, 2, 1. Actually collapsed. Oh my God, his head. You cannot even see it because it's filled with blood and flesh.
I can't believe it.
It worked. Oh my gosh.
Yep, the effect of the cut hose was less than instantaneous. But once the air pressure was exhausted, physics took over, and the drastic pressure differential pushed Meatman into his helmet. Exactly as the myth predicted.
I don't even think we need to bring him up.
No.
Just leave him down there.
Wow.
Look at that.
That was
Look
gonna
at
happen.
those sight glasses.
That's amazing.
You can't even see in the helmet anymore because it's covered with flesh and blood.
It was like he exploded right into it.
Yeah, the helmet.
Yeah.
That is incredible. Who's gonna clean the suit?
Not it.
And a closer inspection of our diver reveals the kind of damage 135 pounds of pressure per square inch can do.
Oh, wow! Oh my God! Stop. We totally caved the helmet in!
Look at all the guts in there.
His stomach is inside his helmet.
Just by the side of the helmet, look at that.
Dude,
Could you imagine that pressure?
that is absolutely confirmed. No doubt about it.
Totally confirmed. Okay, so I definitely expected the juices to be flowing, but I didn't expect to see them like slowly rise up through the helmet. And then blah, where everything just, it was like an explosion inside the suit. Completely unexpected, but totally awesome.
Now the name of this game is differential pressure. They can withstand a huge amount of pressure when they're equalized. But the second you take away all the pressure on the inside, crush. You can see, this is what's left.
I saw it with my own eyes. I still can't believe this actually happened. This one is completely confirmed.
I'm sorry, Meat Man, but it was totally worth it.
You guys ready to get out of here?
Yeah, let's go home.
All right, Jim, take us home.